I know what you guys are probably wondering. Audrey, what's on your shirt? Well, I'm glad you asked. Let me show you. As you can see, it is a group of cows having a secret meeting under the light of the full moon. I feel as if I deeply resonate with the vibe that is being created in this scene that is being depicted here. I did in fact get this t-shirt at an obscure gas station in the middle of nowhere, well, on a road trip. So good luck getting the same drip as me. You won't. Yeah. Lovely cows doing lovely cow things. Oh God. To be a cow having a group meeting under the light of the full moon in a field, I think that just unlocked a new aspiration in life.
Does that sound like something you want?
Yes.
Well, let me tell you, you'll never get it.
Okay. So what are we really doing here? What's really happening? Audrey, why are you in a bathtub? Should I just give you my social security number while I'm at it? Is nothing private anymore? That's what I thought. Well, I'll tell you. Well, Sorry, oh my God, I'm so popular. Ugh. I just can't help it.
Somebody lied to her several times. She's nothing like that. She's nothing of the sort.
So yes, did I write down the notes for this video? I did, because am I super organized and always put together? Yes, I am.
She's nothing of the sort.
We have a lot to unpack here. First thing that I want to unpack, I did in fact drop out of college. Again.
Girl, you have done it again. I'd say I'm surprised, but I know who you are.
Yes, this is in fact my second experience dropping out of college. Normally, I feel as if that is a one and done kind of thing, but no. I had the audacity to not only fail once, but I went back and failed again.
If I had a nickel for every time I was doomed by a puppet, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
Now, let me be clear. I did not fail college. I did not get kicked out or anything like that. I just stopped going. I basically dropped all of my classes a week into classes. I dropped them all. And I was like, wow, my mental capacity is so full right now that I am going to explode. Mentally, physically, spiritually, combustion, okay? It wasn't going to be good. The blast radius was going to be vast. And so out of the goodness of my own heart, I decided, let me prevent this. So yes, I did drop out of college. I was also thinking, you can't really drop out of college. How my college works is you can literally just stop going for a year and then just sign up for classes again and then start going again. I'm sure there is like a limit on how long you can do that before you have to re-register, but that gives me peace of mind. Even though technically this is the second time that I've dropped out,
2 nickels!
At least I can go back. Literally whenever I want, I can go back. The thing is, I just don't see the point of having a degree if I cannot remember what it is that got me the degree in the first place. Like if I am so mentally stressed out that I cannot retain any of the information I'm learning for longer than 2 weeks, I don't think I want to hold a degree that claims I have all of this knowledge if I don't actually have the knowledge. It would make me feel like a fraud. Imposter syndrome. We know her very well. So that would just make matters worse. If I had a degree and someone said, hey, cool degree,
tell me about it.
and then if my brain just went to like a Windows startup screen, that wouldn't be good for me. So that's how I reached that decision. And to all of you guys out there right now, don't feel pressured to take the path most traveled by, because how do you think that pathway was made? Someone at some point had to go and be a trailblazer. Don't be afraid, because college is timeless. College is not going to disappear. And if it does disappear, then that means we didn't need it. Something to think about. So arguably, I would say that it is more important to chase your dreams and aspirations while you still have creative willpower to back them up. My point here is that everybody is completely different, and don't feel pressure to do what everyone else is doing just because it's worked for them. You are not failing at anything. If something is not working for you and it's working for someone else, that's great for them, and it's not a negative thing for you. It just means that there's something else out there that's going to work better for you. And if you keep putting all of your attention into this one thing that is not working for you, you're never going to find that other thing that does work for you. If you are in a place where you can take a bit of a risk, go chase after that dream, that aspiration, that way of doing things that works for you. Chase it. Do it. Yeah, now that I have dropped out of college twice, I think I have in fact doubled my chance of going down the college dropout to multi-billionaire pipeline that we all know so well. I think the fact that I've dropped out of college twice, I think it doubled my chances of going down that pipeline. Because obviously I dropped out of college because my skills are already so precise and I am already so knowledgeable that there is nothing I could learn in college. And I am definitely ready to become a CEO of my own company and make billions, obviously.
Lies, lies, and more lies, and lies on top of lies.
So all of the college dropouts who are now billionaires, make room, because I will be seeing you soon.
Lies.
That was definitely the main thing I needed to get out of the way. Whenever I use the mic, I always apologize because I am still getting used to it. So if it sounds horrible, do I look like someone that would give you quality content? Think about that. Sit with that and think about that and manage your expectations.
Manage your expectations a little bit.
Next up on the list, we have, I do not trust people who choose vanilla ice cream at ice cream shops. I feel as if I don't have to elaborate on that, but before I get a bunch of angry comments, maybe I will. If you go to an ice cream shop like Baskin Robbins or something, and there are 20 flavors available to you to pick and choose from, and you choose vanilla, are you okay? You know, it's okay to do exciting things. You know, it's okay to step out of your comfort zone every now and again. There may be some exceptions to this statement that I've made. If you are someone who gets a lot of toppings on top of your vanilla ice cream, I might let it slide. But if you're just eating plain vanilla ice cream, if you walk into an ice cream shop and you get just a plain scoop of vanilla ice cream, are you an NPC? I don't understand. Something about that just doesn't sit right with me. So now you are going to sit with it. Thank you. Next up, I do not trust people who don't like grape jam. Listen, if that struck a chord with you and you felt any kind of negative emotion start building up in your chest, you are exactly who I am talking about. This is about you. So yes, those emotions are justified. Let me elaborate on this one. I have found that people who do not like grape jam, grape jelly, are way too overly passionate about not liking grape jam and grape jelly, and that, why? Why? Have you tried it? Have we tried it? Because I just don't get it. Personally, I would almost say that grape jelly is my number one favorite flavor of jam and jelly. Is there a difference between jam and jelly? Comment down below. Also, with jam and jelly, it's one of those things where it very much depends on my mood, and I kind of cycle through it. Not that I am in the market for jams and jellies often, but I do cycle through. So if I can remember the last time I purchased jelly and it was strawberry jelly, I'm probably going to go for grape or maybe raspberry if I'm feeling wild. I am not exclusive to one party of jam. If I am at the store with you and I pick up a can of jam, jam in a can, something to consider. If I pick up I almost said it again. If I pick up a jar of jam in a jar that happens to be grape flavored, and if you start going off on me about grape jelly and how you don't like it, because it's never just, oh, I don't really like grape jelly, or oh, I'd prefer strawberry. They're always so passionate. All I'm saying is if a jam or jelly can get you so upset, maybe that's something to think about. I'm just saying. Next on the list, I guess I wanted to balance out my distrust with trust. I did offer up something that makes me trust people, and that is I do trust people who have stuffed animals in their room, on their bed. I trust you. If I walk into your room and I see some stuffed animals in there, I automatically feel safe. In most circumstances, if you have stuffed animals in your room or on your bed, pat yourself on the back. I automatically trust you. So you are doing something right. Next up, also, did I mention that this list is comprised of random thoughts that have occurred to me over the past week, and they have no correlation to each other. They are just things that I have thought about and decided to share with you. So do not expect any consistency within this list. I think from this point on, it's going to be pretty inconsistent. So please buckle your seatbelts if you haven't already. Next up, I just wrote shirts with logos in the corner. Shirts with logos in the corner. Something about it infuriates me. I don't know. I'm at a loss for words. You know the shirts that on the front, it has like a little picture in the corner, the top corner of the shirt. And then on the back, it has the same exact picture, just bigger.
I mean, it's just appalling. It sickens me. I woke up this morning, I was so in a rage about what they are doing.
Something about it.
I hate it.
Either don't put anything on the front and just put the image on the back. Don't take the exact same image from the back and put it on the front in a little corner on the top. What's the point of that? Who came up with that? Why has it become so popular? It makes me upset. If I see a shirt that is styled like that, I will not purchase it. I don't care how cute the shirt is. I don't care what the brand is. I despise it. I think even just putting the logo in the middle of the shirt on the front is so much better. Like putting it in the corner, why? What are you up to? How do you even decide which corner? Left corner, right corner? Are there rules? Just leave the front of the shirt blank. Leave it blank, or at least come up with like a different design to put on the front corner. Why put a little mini photo on the front of the shirt in the corner and then put the exact same photo enlarged on the back? Has anybody else thought about this before? It makes no sense. Next on the list. Oh my gosh. Maybe this section is kind of like pet peeves that I have been more consciously aware of recently. One of them, when people are dramatic while driving around you if you are parked on the side of a street. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Everybody out there who drives a vehicle, you have probably experienced this. Let's say you need a park, and the only available parking is parking on the side of the street. You make sure you park as close to the curb as possible because, you don't want to park in the middle of the road because not only would that be bad for the oncoming traffic, but you don't want your car to get totaled by someone who isn't paying attention. So you make sure you park as close to the curb as possible, okay? Then, as people drive by you, why are they so dramatic? They go out of their way to make you aware that you may have slightly inconvenienced them for 2 seconds. Like they will borderline swerve into the other lane just to prove to you that you have slightly inconvenienced them. You know, I'm not in the street whatsoever, but then when the cars drive by, they're acting like they're swerving around a freaking dead body in the road. Let's be honest. And then it just makes me feel as if I need to explain myself to all these cars driving by like, hey, you don't have to do all that. Thank you if it's genuinely just the person being cautious and not wanting to run into my vehicle. Love that. If your intentions are pure, that's fabulous. Thank you for your contributions to society. I just can't help but feel the bad vibes from the cars that are swerving around my car. And recently, for my work, I have had to park on the side of the street in a neighborhood, not even on a main road. And without fail, people are swerving around me like I am just parking a party bus in the middle of the road. It's just too much because I don't want to have to sit there and feel as if I need to explain myself to every passing car. Thank you for giving me space, but you don't have to make it dramatic. That's something that's really been on my mind recently. Next up, I have written down caffeine. Exclamation point, 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 exclamation point. Okay, I feel as if context is important for that one. I had a day where I woke up before work and I went to Starbucks, and I don't go to Starbucks that often. I do drink a lot of caffeine though. It's just usually not coffee. It's usually just straight up energy drinks. I went to Starbucks and I got a cold brew, and I love myself a cold brew. That's my go-to drink. For some reason, on this day, it hit me hard. For some reason, on this specific day, I don't know why, but this cold brew did something to me. I don't know what was in it. I don't know if they forgot how many shots of espresso they had already put in it, so they just threw another one in there. And then I ended up having like 4 shots of espresso because yes, I did in fact Google it afterwards because that shit was wild. And I found out that there is almost 300 milligrams of caffeine in a grande cold brew. No, wait. Is it a cold brew? I don't want to spread misinformation here. I think it was the chocolate almond milk shaken espresso. So I think that's different than the cold brew. Yeah, it has 3 shots of espresso in it. I didn't know that at the time, but I felt it shortly after, and it was lovely, and it inspired me to write down caffeine with multiple exclamation points. So honestly, I would say that's a positive. One of the last things that I wrote down here is, how do people not believe in astrology when the moon is literally that bitch? Need I say more? Recently, I have been getting very into astrology. I've been studying for about 6 months now, extensively. Surprisingly, my very extremely, kind of concerningly short attention span has stood the test of time with this certain topic. So yes, I've been studying astrology a lot. I can fluently read a birth chart.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you
we don't care.
So, but it just blows my mind how people phrase it as like, oh, I don't believe in astrology. You don't believe in the planets? Honey, I don't know. I think it's just hilarious when people say that they don't believe in astrology. It's like, okay, well, just because I don't understand brain surgery, it doesn't mean that brain surgery isn't real. If you find yourself being skeptical of astrology, let me just offer up this piece of information that really gets my noggin going, gets the gears turning. The moon, she is that bitch, as I have written in my notes. The moon pulls the tides in the ocean. We all know that. The moon is responsible for making waves. Need I say more? So then that brings up the question or the idea that humans are a majority water. What is it? It's something like crazy high, like 70% water. I don't know the exact number. I'm sorry. So if the moon can pull the entire ocean, why wouldn't it have an effect on us? We are not that special. I'm sorry. We are not exempt from planetary influence. So think about that next time you want to say that you don't believe in astrology. Do you not believe in the moon? And in astrology, a lot of people don't know, there are actually more planets involved. It's not just the sun, and it's not just like random stars in the sky. It's very detailed and intricate. Okay, so that's all that I have written down. The sun is currently setting. It has been setting as I've been filming this. Sorry if the lighting has changed. I have laundry in the washing machine that I need to move over and put into the dryer, because that is how you do laundry. Should I title this video Laundry Tutorial? I think that's everything I wanted to talk about. So now, what I have for all of you at home, here's your homework. Uh-oh, bet you didn't expect that. It's too late.
You have homework.
What I want you all to do right now is comment down below. What makes you not trust someone? And what makes you automatically trust someone? Discuss in the comments down below. Let's get a little discussion going. I expect you to reply to at least 2 of your classmates with at least 100 words to get full credit. Hopefully I will be back soon with more videos. I'm not going to jinx it because every freaking time I say that, it never happens. So I'm really sorry about that. Obviously my consistency and my follow through with things, it's a work in progress. So yeah, say goodbye to the cows and check this out. Sorry for not putting a jump scare. Maybe you should be a little bit more mentally prepared for things. I do in fact have I do have ghost socks on. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys enjoy my ghost socks and my cow shirt. I think they pair very well together. Vogue, feel free to hit me up if you want me to give out my fashion tips and tricks. They're very exclusive, so we'll see how much money you're putting on the table. I gotta go do laundry because I don't know if you can tell, but I'm an adult. I'm a full-grown adult living on my own. Feel free to check out some other videos on my channel. Check out my links in the description, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!